Hi, I'm Dr. Kit Weathers, and it's time for the Root Tip of the Week. Okay, with today's magic trick, I've got a special guest in the studio, Chuck Flume. Chuck is running for United States Senate to replace Harry Reid, and I know most of you want to replace Harry Reid. But that has nothing to do with what we're going to do. I've asked Chuck to sit down because I need to do a magic trick, and it has to be somebody who is honest. And Chuck is running for Senate, and he's not a politician.
Therefore honest.
Therefore honest. So this is a very rare event. So Chuck, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little dissolve here, and you see we've got 10 cards here. This is my top 10 favorite trick. Now, I'm not going to force you. We haven't prearranged anything, right?
No.
I want you to just take and touch any one of those cards. It doesn't make which one. It doesn't make any difference. Ooh, the man is an ace. That's okay. So you've picked the ace. So Chuck selected the ace. Could have, out of all of these cards, we have 10 cards here. You could have picked any one you wanted, really, and it didn't make any difference which one you selected because basically you had a free choice. Am I right? You could have picked any card, and all of these cards have a red back, with the exception of the one you selected, which has a blue back. Isn't that amazing? To learn the secret to this and other magic tricks in this series, go to EndoRootCamp.com. You may have noticed that the Root Tip Magic Trick of the Week was shot with the MagnaView, and it's a close-up system allowing you to see things you've probably never seen before. It's much better than loops, much better than a microscope, and there's some exciting things coming with that. The other thing I want to talk to you about for just a second is a new machine that I'm using to exercise with. It's called the ROM, Range of Motion Time Machine. I have been exercising every morning for only 4 minutes per day. 4 minutes with the upper body, and the following day 4 minutes with the lower body. I've had amazing results. I'm going to document these for another month or so, and then I will show you about the ROM machine. It's just pure magic. But right now I want to tell you a little bit more about the MagnaView system. This replaces loops, replaces microscopes, and I've been using it now for almost 5 years, and I absolutely love the technology. I edited out highlights from the MagnaView training video, and for the next few minutes I'm going to let MagnaView speak for itself.
I have 3 different settings that give me different light. Light aperture can be controlled by sliding right to left. The fine focus as well can be controlled by sliding right to left. Very simple. The MagnaView can work anywhere from 6 inches to 18 inches. 18 inches away is going to give us a nice clear image that prevents the scope from being in our way. We have a beautiful image 18 inches away, and I can still move my patient. I can actually move my patient and see their whole arch from this distance. Now, if I'd like to, I could come in real close, about 6 inches, fine focus, and work in real high magnification that we've never seen before. Press the digital zoom on the captured image over here. It's going to zoom in another 40x approximately. And then when I press the minus sign, it's going to zoom back out. My goal today is to show you dentists and staff how to position the scope properly for each tooth in the mouth. I'm going to begin with the maxillary arch out of a mirror. So we're going to go ahead and press this button right here, and we're going to go ahead and put it in a direct image. I'm going to place this scope while my patient is in a supine position into the maxillary arch, and just with the ability just to see the incisal edges. What I'm going to do is place the mirror in the mouth like this, like I normally would, except I'm going to project my new eyes into the mirror. I'm going to zoom out right now with the foot pedal And now, from this position, I can actually see every tooth in the mouth with the mirror just by moving the patient side to side with millimeter movements and pivoting my mirror that allows me to see the whole maxillary palatal arch. With proper retraction, I can now see the entire tooth. Here is tooth number 2. I can see the buccal, the occlusal, the palatal, and portions of the distal just by pivoting my mirror and the patient. I'm going to find focus with the lower lever here, and from this position here, I can go ahead and sit up comfortably and do anything that I need to do on the facial surfaces. And I can rotate my patient to the right. I can rotate my patient to the left due to the depth of field of 4 to 6 inches that allows me to move my patient and still stay in focus. As you can see on the screen, I'm still in focus in high magnification. Today we're going to demonstrate the use of the MagnaView with Kelly, our hygienist. We're going to demonstrate how she can scale in root plane in high magnification, sitting up comfortably and viewing off a multimedia monitor. Now you can see tooth number, the interproximal of tooth number 2 and 3, and you'll go back there and scale over there, yeah, and just show how you can get right in there. Go subgingival. There we go. Once she's completed this quadrant, there's no need to move the MagnaView. We can go ahead and actually turn our patient over this way, and now Kelly has accessed the palatal area of the upper right quad. She will scale in root plane those surfaces, and any area that is needed extra attention, she'll zoom in on that spot. So let's zoom in right over there. And right, you can move your patient to the left a little bit, and there you can actually see the mesial palatal aspect of tooth number 3. To position this where you would normally position your head, okay? So normally, if you were scaling and root planing the lower left here, zoom out please, left side, you would normally be your head would be normally somewhat over here, and you would be contorting your body, correct? Okay. So now, you would go ahead and get your instruments in there, and you would scale and root plane like you normally would, sitting up comfortably.
I love the fact that I don't have to move a whole lot. I can get myself positioned only once, and I am able to move my patient or move the scope to be able to scale and see where I need to see.
I first saw the MagnaView system almost 2 years ago or so at the California Dental Association meeting, and as soon as I saw it, I said, this thing makes sense to me. My focus was primarily doing better dentistry. Looking here in doing endo, I'm going to zoom in a little bit. This is about what I would expect to see with my 4.5 Surgitel loops. I'm going to zoom into the max from the MagnaView, and we're looking right down some of these canals. Now actually we could get a higher magnification out of the MagnaView if we wanted it. I really can't conceive of why we would want it, because this is perfectly fine for finding canals, getting your instruments into canals. I think I would rarely ever work at this degree of magnification. If I wanted to see a margin, maybe I'd zoom way in like that. But it's pretty rare to have to look that close, and it's going to be easier in terms of your positioning to work back a little bit. This is probably equivalent to a 6 or 8 power loop, and that's plenty for a lot of what we do. There are times when we're going to want to zoom in, and we can get darn close. The MagnaView can get even closer with this. There are various variations on the optics that MagnaView is able to provide us if we want very close viewing. And I can actually move the MagnaView in itself so we can be closer to the tooth.
Well, that's it for another Root Tip of the Week. I'm Dr. Kit Weathers, inviting you to join me at our very next Root Camp. So long for now.